Maybe worry with you. That's the sorriest mistake I made.
But worry be with you now. Nim the dana obi na link in the ma wa na sa obeshia no Ghana keke.
Link. Yeah, last 5 months.
Uti Ghana. Na 5 cedis e kura na udi tu susu all a year. Udi koto asase wo ukroma. It is called real estate investment. Land purchase. Real estate in ya womunku a womesisi adaya kesiye wo airport residential area ni ade. Buying that land wo krasi anase beyond we krasi according to your pocket in your real estate.
This Airbnb in Dansoman Estates, Accra, is only $40 a day and offers all the amenities for a comfortable stay. It is also conveniently located 30 minutes away from the airport. We also have 1 and 2 bedroom apartments for long-term rental at English Heat, Amamprum, 15 minutes to the Wedge Togo and the West Hills Mall, going for 1,500 and 1,000 Ghana cedis only. Call Parry Group on 053-866-3532, 053-866-3532. This is Parry Group of Companies.
DHW 1642 Concord Plain Turbo Intercooler Engineer Bako 16 daily also worldwide doing an internet. And then the manager if I make Canada. Before I shall say, no moment me sponsors I say Delight House Akoko mo UK mo fa mo nchire Afro shop bia ope Delight House Akoko, Delight Bofruit, Delight Kose, Delight Sobulo kamapa. So UK kwa dia oko Afro shop bia kasa ohwehwe Delight Foods no de me bobo so nyina no obenye bi ato kamapa Delight House Akoko ko na kopebi na to ejuma pasa be nka nche requesters mo akwentu especially ohia artisans na tiler, painter, plumber, steel burner, electrician, carpenter, auto repairs ni ade na omo hia requesters inti so we requester and one say obeko app no so omo mobile app no ko Play Store ni App Store na search for ejumapa uko na search ejumapa o download the app and so ko mo website www.ejumapa.com uko requester or request here baby your project ni wo bia no ejumapa say you are covered omenye obi na wabeye amount because bia wa send sika de abafi say my bukata ni ade ejumapa say yes from contact your request omenya artisans no mabeye wejuma na ma mun download tap send no person money sika be fie brebusuafo a o download ya no an se bibisa udin na udin a she ho de bisa promo code a send so na type SVTV promo code SVTV o send sika na ba beto mobile wallet wo Ghana said then skolom enti download tap send mo Europe, Canada, US and UK no mun download the tap send. Airbnb apartment wo Dansoman any English amount from near West Hills Mall, Parry Group of Companies. I mean, Ganjamo says, "See a hotel boy ding." Enti se wabagana omo Airbnb apartment, 3-bedroom fully furnished wo Dansoman. No oko bibia bi ho bibia ho air condition, kitchen, washing machine, iron bibia bi ho. Enti $40 a night. Enti uhia Dansoman there na and I just say obitimi afre Parry Group of Companies. Also na English amount from no 1 and 2 flats. Enti for long-term rental until obitimi afro mo numbers Parry Group of Companies numbers here 053 866 3532. My numbers now show screen so obitimi afre Parry Group of Companies. Unya Airbnb from Sisia Canada for number. Nana ya bo me mo akwa baboko there.
Yeah, I will be there.
Nice one. Canada is saying, and now about me show. So Canada is saying,
I don't yet say. And you cry, and you say payday.
Samane ko, ana.
Samane nam kwaso called the near Rebecca say Indian summer. which is the fall, and I say the other word for it, yeah, autumn. Yes.
Montade ni nyina na monhye biom sisi amukwa won monsambre wa Africa why?
It's a good idea, but it's also not so much a good idea because seasons change. In winter, we'll keep it for next year's season.
Hey, Nana. Nana, I know, but you Jenny Kakra, you Canada inside now.
Pacho. Some me no casa presently. Me was Toronto abontene, so maybe share me papa wa ha. But me ti a cracket where be a friend of Brantford, a little bit of the outskirts, countryside.
Oh, okay. You were Brampton and you were Brantford.
You were Brampton and you were Brantford and you were Bradford. Yes. Different directions.
Who they know what Bradford?
Me were Brantford.
Brantford, okay.
Brantford. So, a little bit of history about Brantford. It said your telephone, Bell's telephone here use, you know. Graham Bell, near the telephone buy, you know. In now or movie Scotland buy, you know. One of the places or best settle ya and son oko US akoye century ni akesi and one of the first telephone message, you know, was transmitted between baby me wono Mount Pleasant your friend is a Brantford or any Mount Pleasant. Until first. And sana baby I see na yes.
Oh, I see. Not just a baby. I want the abrofun kwan de go on.
Tete no meba ha na abrofun kwan de go ha na say na bibifo aba in India for nso abegu atwo ene. Wa wani kire.
Oh, I see. Nice one. Okay, and then tell Jenny Kakra. The way I will see started, the number who say u free Ghana chepa ubeye senior Donatello's phone bi.
Yeah, me free Ghana. Almost 3 decades.
30 some almost
3 decades.
Almost. And almost. 29 horse side.
Me I'm 27.
27 years. Senior
Yes.
Donatello no. How much and yes 6 months for only 2 years, 3 years for no. Okay, yes. So Nana, and then till Jenny, me also touch me program, so unim the me there me life story ni experience near the let's take it 27 years ago back in Ghana. The entry be na busy with Ghana. I mean, growing up in Ghana, into historical cransana. Akunya ne ba ne say how the kwai.
Very good question. With Waweniti, I also host a podcast, Nana Yayabua podcast, and that's the same question I would ask Obi Albebashoni. So, what is your backstory? Which is, me wo Osu Ridge Hospital. Me mama my history. Yes, a brief history. Osu Ridge Hospital. Me call school or Merton Nursery School, then to St. Bernadette, then to St. Teresa's. And I me call high school. They say high school, and I say it's a secondary school. It was Holy Child. Me no. And I mishia in Sanwe Juma for 1 year. And Sana meba Canada. Inti meba Chrome Hano na mikita in Sano Juma.
Oh, nice. Nice.
Yes.
Okay, remember back to Aquentium, but try and tackle Ghana. So, I didn't know how to Juma after we SS, no. Was it like now unim so be too quiet and ebusian for outside? I almost say, yeah, Baba found Tikusian Sando Juma na.
It's a good question. It wasn't my intention to be in Sanwe Juma. Na ebushia tente me aunt baako wa ha. Ono no suggest ye say minshia in Sanwe Juma and sana maba.
Now unim so be fine. That means now
Oh, na minim se metu kwan de dada.
Oh.
Me ko secondary school na minim se metu kwan de dada. Inti I know there was no two ways about it. Yes.
Oh, I see. I see. Okay, nice one. So, unu anum yesaying. I also betu kwan there na munya na mu tu kwan ana se na odi onim se den a also
be bushia no ye du baako.
Hey, du
baako no 11 ye wejama ejama no ye nyina na ye du baako enama no ye miensa na impayimfo ne de wo mo ba ha late 60s no eni ye wu bi nso wa ha. Enti aware ne seye ena me papa ye de osan ba afie oba ga na na ho no be hia me maame enti ye no ye ekire ma no enti emu no na oye adwuma wo Ministry of Finance and Economic Planning, but in between no ye ko alata kakra no oye senior lecturer wo Bendel State University say na ye do state. Enti ye ba back no hwe Ghana abrabo ne asetena ne ade na no decided so besen aba ahanom back, which is in the late 80s. No sign a ba your friend is say Canada back. Enti e woman na oye yi say ne wa ba back ne ye mfa ne mamre no e ho no file ma ye ye nso ye di e kire nti na ma ne ma du baako ni nyina no aba kuro baako so owo.
Oh, I see. I see. Okay, so Nana Entie, as a young beautiful lady, we SS Kosun Ejuma, I say okay, Besenko Canada. Yentie uko Remo Canada 27 years ago.
Me do 1990, Nansanka meba 97, but due to unforeseen circumstances, into the following year, 98 in the February, in a year do into Anchebia me did me birthday we Anchebia naturally say ye nam kwaswa ye buy. And the first reminder for me it will Chrome Hana a year. Yeah, by February 1998, which is one of the coldest in history, one of the coldest months in history. I want to shame. I said, this is not a place you can be lazy. When you cry, so are they lazy? And that changed my mindset and everything in regards to what I do. Nishano na omota read the book be me lazy bones. Ain't I na your friend say, oh, me mama Becca say you are being lazy, we are lazy, we are lazy. Now, as a mother of teenagers, no man who say mo pen napa is not laziness, it's the growth hormones. But if you're na yes, we are your friend say a motor. Not knowing I was going through that but within the Ghanaian culture, now say Ghanaian home a different saying. In any case, the reason why I give that backstory is I know na wo me team. Inti yakase lazy ama na ka me team. Inti mimi bano minim say me a lazy person.
Oh, I see.
So maybe do
have na won say no anyagro
anyagro. So that was the beginning of my transformation.
Wow. Yentie time awokodu is it like Toronto na woko busy here and now woko busy we as at called back then.
Me buy no me be busy with Toronto so and one thing I've never really had this conversation with anybody. The circumstances I ever told me papa. He became a single father. Obia said you where you kita ni PhD. Post doctoral degrees in the idea. He was qualified for a friend say a juma obetimi aye to see say waba, and then you live in a studio apartment with o papa and your brother and your sister. Munyina na moteho. Aha. For me, you know, at a certain point, you know, me too fifie within 6 months, because my relationship with him was also not the greatest, in the sense that no mami atina na afedi you when you're 21 you do abahana ye sitting ha yes na no so me hu eyira me also, because I needed to figure out akame mami nkwa Ghana, how am I going to take care of her? Because taking care of her no yeja. Adame Papeja, it is no longer his responsibility. So which is my responsibility? And I need to figure out how to get my life on track and how to between those there were a little bit of skirmishes, misunderstandings and whatnot. Inte mami tu fifie kobo mi amebra. Inte sanwe adwuma na misua no. Eno na me sha ase de ye adwuma. Ewo ye friend say na me yeti. Braids and Barber, it was a Toronto abondness. So one more Toronto, where is a Wilson and Jane and Wilson, nose braids and Barber. Ain't you
never back to Ufifi, but the point now raises is here no. Many of akasa search stories na looking at Abia ne papa wa kwentuom ne maame na hwe no wo Ghana na ne papa be fa ne kwa ana obi wo a ne maame e wa broche ni auntie bi ana sa ne papa nua bi ana ne maame nua bi na hwe no wo Ghana, so be fa ne kwa ayese connection ni shedan ni ho sa bond ni shedan ni ho nti ubon say some way the way I be na
okay
who dey na wo kan no
let me break it down for you.
Okay.
When it comes to growth, understanding psychology, and we say everything your relationship building. Or no mama netia, you have built a relationship with your mother. So no papa netia, you've built a relationship with him. But whereas you don't have that kind of relationship with him, and knowing the kind of father that I had, who is very patriarchal and authoritarian, and not a Maya clash, because as much as I was a young woman coming in, I was used to making certain decisions for myself. But herein lies the case is wabe bruchile abeto papa. Now fed you no catch or say yes. It is not a conversation, it is a military. And see, that is where you get some of the misunderstanding. Say, see, atenase, in the ekas, okay, nana ya boa, a den a quasso, a den a warrior, catch me. Na me men can't on ya meye. Now, so Oshia no analyze, no, I can say, oh, na mame, we any say, and Kebeya so, we any say, and Kebeya say, think about it. Instead of Sobeka say, do it this way, do it this way, do it this way. Into communication, how sometimes we communicate with each other is a problem. And I would not like to go further, because coming to Ghana almost every year and visiting some parts of the African countries and meeting Ghanaians, Wahani Adiano, communication, we talk, we don't communicate. Or kasa on cases or feel say near all cano say your friend is say you have to deduce from it. There be senya ye mano e kasa. The other thing also say they don't understand culture shock and adjustment, because this is a new place. I don't understand a lot of things. I'm younger. I'm trying to navigate my past. Mimi ko face discrimination and I say racism na me deba na me beka. Me papa no. Baby anadwene nam ne baby a me emotional experience nam no. Two different parts. So then Oka say, oh, do this, Daddy, it doesn't go that way because he's not getting to the root of the matter to help me solve that problem.
Wow. Yansha the okay there. It's yansha upe banasa upie fifi. I mean, starting life as a young lady. 6 months back Canada. I'll say, oh, this misunderstanding here the fifi. What's starting life saying?
The other also reason why I left home, no, so say I applied to universities. I got admission to a University of Guelph. Guelph no na I am say ewa say me twam if I had no crack. But obi awaba na ni so tototo no. I had expected say you me papa beboa me no de me akọ na me hu university or at least so me nsako because it's a new man assigned me must apply those are part of the reasons I needed to leave. And when I did, I got a 1 room in a friend is saying obi ifie into hona na mewo na meko adwuma eba. And I'm somebody who loves to read into me library books, me research ni ade and na me mfa in agro. And then I reapplied to universities again.
Okay, so now if the what fifie one now obo bra una taking care of yourself will be BM.
Yes.
Okay. It took her back to school.
That was not an option taken off the table. It was a necessary part of life.
Wow. Okay, it's yenti live then.
I applied to a couple of schools and I got accepted to some and I got rejected by one, which is University of Toronto. And I call my admissions office. And I be some say, why was me rejected? Menya admission to U of T. And almost not almost university entrance exams. But I didn't. My university entrance exams. If you remember, then on that Ghana answered our beko after strike in the so your university entrance exams. Say SS nebuy no manye. That means tibo.
Okay.
Yes. Inti anuna U of T. Ekachem say minkita no enuntia. And I'm saying no. There has to be a way. Because it's my solution and yanka me feel. In Chomumami, various programs they offer in the university. In our mochire me colleges were into me one place, me ko who explain it me na mempa, na me ko the next one. Into hona me ko share a me ko ye me ko share Gambian guy be not or any PhD. Me refinity. And all explaining program no HRM. It was a transitional year program. And or explain it not say I can your friend is look into it and transfer my application and I say I did an internal application for that specific program. No, I registered for it. Into the following year, in January, and they selected me. I did the interview and whatnot to see the suitability of the program. No, and they knew I had applied to U of T, but the only thing is that I didn't have the university entrance exam. So for academics, they didn't have an issue with me. So I got into the program and here I am.
Wow. I see. So, I mean, program school na now call odi ejuma beka ho life then as in okoye na Canada te saying
life in say,
Canada back then.
Hey, I can give you two perspectives of Canada because etibono emami hu e prema for ye kase prema for tete prema for no yes etibono mami hu se prema for no but that was not something that na ebro me so that kind of lifestyle near you know, parties, outdoorings, where I say fighting, all that kind of lifestyle was a bit too much for me. Intimidate bono, and I solely focused on school. School no meje loan. I managed budgeting and I managed myself. So my extra, I just stayed on the academic path with the student loans and but Meme crowd and Kasano was downtown Toronto, because during that time we said spoken word. We used to do spoken word poetry and all those things. So it's a different crowd from baby anami Jumano. So I didn't really miss Sebio Etiboni Adiano. No, I did not miss it. And on the other hand, the spoken word crowd also gave me a deeper understanding into the Canadian as a Black person. Because Ukoshia Crawford from diverse backgrounds, some year before Ukoshia Jamaica for Grenada for Trinidad for Black Canadians, which is Nova Scotians near there. And then everybody is giving you their story, telling you their story of experience. No one will say, oh my goodness, okay. So we see, this is what it means. This is the language to use. This is how you fight against this. Into a honor. A grounding me more than Sebio. Your friend is saying, you move for you mean your admission. I may say me Kempsville College, me ya great kid. This I say, snow, me say, I didn't share me, me who she ye. Obisa me say, Canada snow, muna me kwako dria yi banchi ana.
O program now kwaya no I agree now choose here.
There be inti me koye health studies, but me kita nursing health studies no me we na me nursing.
Oh, I see.
Yes.
Oh, I see.
Yes.
Inti after a program no now this no start ejuma because you jai tini born focus in school inti after when we start ejuma.
After my first degree, you know, and I'm a second degree, you know, which is nursing. Into nursing, no, I'm a share a juma as here.
Oh, okay. You see, our still our health sector, right?
Yes.
As you see, how you're doing.
Into me, what you call as an obstetric nurse or GAO.
Oh, say my friend midwife, another.
No. I'm not a midwife. Midwives are specifically trained, but I'm not me obstetric nurse, me ne doctor in a year juma.
Okay.
Yes, midwives no. And yes, I mean to me, but when it comes to the professional responsibilities now, they have more responsibilities than we do. They consult with the doctors, the obstetricians. We work directly with the obstetricians.
Oh, I see.
Enti sebio, I saw about na say ate. Midwife no say na wasenti bebrea obeye den obepam. Me no minti me. Said doctor no eba. But men so no men deliver babies on my own. Said doctor woho. The only way you get me say my deliver baby on my own. Yeah, na doctor no in way. Bofra no so oba and make us any bre. Into a professional scope of practice.
I like some angle be always concerning you focusing on your education near there. Bebre no ye be remuna ye start here human kiti business na eboti ni ade nya ndwuma bi ya ye nyi husika ni ade education bebre na ya forget you ye nko school no ebi ko but bebre na ye pescan tentem na ya forget say se ko school no do eche na etimi body degrees ni ade no do ha sasika na ye pen intem kitenkete na ye betimi anya no wosom ewie school na betimi anya sasika no big. Is it like omo ebe shi omo na efutu obi na omo ma yi na say the kind of community circle I buy any na said what is the problem? You know the one year
all the all the points you've raised are valid. Number one, anka metimi atna abotia, fine, and open a business within that area still fine. But the one thing that I saw and I understood and say, now during the time, who say young black girls and now women or muchi pram. I said single mothers. There were too many of them. And then also within the catchment area, and I said ghetto. And they were too comfortable. Because what you're buying them, buying mano troteku simpwa, or you're very comfortable with it. And it was a revolving cycle. The question I asked myself is, do you want your life to be like this? The answer is no. If it is no, then what do you need to do? So you begin asking yourself the questions and finding the answers. Metna yina wama wamu botia wamu ye premanfui enem amenewuka say uhu binumo pa. You wonder what the heck? Because we forget to say when we are young, yes, all these things, at this moment in time, when you look at them, they've not really aged gracefully because of self-abuse in the name of say they are many of them still live in these government housing because many of them did not have the sense to say mekoye PSW krana me ye adwuma kakra during those times na metoto me mioma metimi atodan ketua bi kra yim emofra no afimu. So when you bring up children in a certain area without any scope or hope for the future better it repeats itself. Maku ena chire say they enabled their children to go to school, not fall within the wrong crowd. Because within these ghetto areas, and also poverty and high crime areas, some of these things are no fault of theirs, but the awareness and the empowerment of their children to be better, dream bigger. Because the parents don't know him or no your friend is say Amachi Dede I there what's that song anyway
I boy
yeah dance dance chilling
okay.
But at the end of the day, and so what when you look at it, say no ni me kasa obeka so titimni ayese and then so what? Where did that take you? Absolutely nowhere. Where did it take some of your children? Absolutely nowhere. Ain't it? The people around, it's also one kasa the people you keep around you. And what is your dream for yourself? Because, Bemena, I cannot dream for you. Even my father that brought me here cannot dream for me. My children, I cannot dream for them. But what I can do is give them the foundation. They are okay. Sir, we a young person now who parents the waba who said that is the cornerstone, the foundation that you need to build and become bigger and better than they are. Or yes, because I jawuti your friends a kukrentumi anase pantai anasa salam down anase yeah. My life story would have been different. I don't know how it would have gone. But definitely, it would have been different. Maybe I would have married very early, had about 4 or 5 children. Maybe we would not be having this conversation at this point in time. If my life decisions when I came here were not as they were now, maybe you and I would not be having this conversation as well. At the end of the day, I think what I'm saying is that you have to dream for yourself and work on those dreams. Dreaming is, oh, sorry, me yes, you have to put in the work. Without that, it's useless. Okay, I didn't need to go into that inspirational thing,
No,
but you understand what I mean.
Yeah, some points now raise you know, a debia a high end bebre, yemu bebre ne high a few ones spend on me who bibisa in terms of idea pesi even in Ghana hakra na adibia meka idea pesi inti who idea pesi a problem.
It's a problem.
Onim the person here. Oh man, no, obi won't from any school, obi won't be catch us say, obi up a business. Aye, obi son say business ben. I don't know, ebi adi enkofo. Untimin being outside the box. Into no nim, onyes can ponim the other person here. Into both of back to be big. There we am timin planning here. I want to understand. And then am I doing sir?
It's the mindset and lack of critical thinking. And critical thinking can be taught. And it's a lot of work on the self. It includes self-development, investing in yourself. Sani ameka earlier no. Me buy ya mi hu library. Let me take you back. Osu is it Osu library? A main library na ewo your friend say Ghana no on high Accra High Street.
Yeah.
You kwaja me wo ho no, me papa kwaja me wo ho call office. Oba be fa me na me mam sisa me books my checking out my library books me do fie kura wadan so man. So for me, books are essential. Say, the best thing is you can listen to books, audiobooks. There is University of YouTube. You can go onto YouTube and learn a lot. Aya yepe huhusem. Obienya sika ato data. Instead of say, obeshe adepano. Natural or share unnecessary things. Ebu comedy ni best I understand. Social comedy. Oh yeah. But in Crawford be brain so it will YouTube so one more chradie. I won't go school in go to your sika. Sika will your data. Into when you have your data, no, what are you using for it? Upesa wo ye self improvement wo share bibi ina eboawa uko University of YouTube so ubehu upesa ye seminar how to make soap 101 ewo so upesa share seminar how to make candle ewo so upesa share how to weave a basket ewo so nya wo pesa wo ye ebia no ewo University of YouTube so. And no opesa wudi ushia now the outside hustle was so. Inti wunipa no a day in a wushishe. What kind of future are you looking out for yourself? There is also a school near Chile Wufie no. I have a problem with our academic system. Yen Chile and see yan fight nyamia dia or de maye. Yenfenshia they outside the book. Ain't it ama mindset, obi wo ho kita PhD said dang. Common sense onibi. Seni okay thinking outside the box onibi. Enkrata na letters na. Years ago I met a young man, ewo Akrade. Young man, he had an idea. No, Oyejuma radio station. No, sister, I want to pass this idea by you. The idea was that he wanted to package Gary, but okokachire ni wofano. Ni wofano say na wo Gary ebu no na opese package. O the papa bi beba na Gary. And I told him, be careful of the people you share your ideas with, because to me, you can do it. You can do it because you can drift beyond Ghana. Even if you're packaging it in Ghana, there is branding and marketing. Our quality Gary, our packaging it nicely, no branding. You can get WhatsApp or YouTube, your friends, WhatsApp or YouTube or Facebook or you can market it. But once any wafano, I kill that dream. No? So you have to be careful of the people you share ideas with. The other thing we don't look at is mentorship. So who person who send your obiye bibi, and that's where do baby. You have to find a mentor. Mentor, no, and don't expect the person to call you and ask you, how are you doing today? No, because they have their lives. Sometimes you have to chase about 3, 4, 5 people who are business people. You want to learn from them. They'll say, I'm busy, I'm busy, I'm busy, but persistence. Be persistent and consistent. You get the attention. Obi wa 20 years, 30 years, all the knowledge and skills are wired there, no. Obe that, you know, no, a daily amount. When it lasted 1 hour, you get everything. You take it with you. We will now depend paper now. Because okasana wochro. Intimate 20 years and that's 30 years of experience. No, or no tinasia wama ubi. But we don't like to do it. I remember somebody telling me, so your friend is saying, I think I was talking about Osei Kwame Despite, from the tabletop AU to who he is right now. It's taking years, but who has sat with him to say, I want you to mentor me in this? How did you get here? Some of us know the story from Kantamanto to where he is now, but not in detail. But you see Ghanaians, oh, where they saw a Yokoji drove them. You see the mentality.
That's something now I can say. Say your problem no.
Yes. So
the problem no. So obi yes successful. Yes, you are frame. Wakoton way. Why say debiano obi agisikedro inti daben na mi nti mi nya hu da se obi se obakoji edru daben na beba
Sikedro no won't asie yi. Sikedrono is the persistency and the consistency and nipa ne di ye adwuma. It is the connections are onya along the way. It is the big dreams and nipa ne ewo to explore and expand. Money is spiritual. Yanti sikedro asie yo, because the richest people igu US and other places, billionaires, and you almost kwaji sikedro no. Inti asie sikedro a. Woman in say money is spiritual, but how do you go about it? Sikedro na womo kano enye nia your friend is say if they think it say it's nia wakofa it is a sakawa boy say na they are sorely mistaken. That is nothing. It is you having an idea, you working on that idea, you working persistently on that idea. For it to become what it is, it takes time. It takes time. You have to sow the seeds and water it and keep going and keep going. And somewhere in between, ukoka, what do? You find people who know more than you. You network with high net worth people. Baby, a person do no. Enkrofona do hono. You go. You start talking to them. How did you get there? How did you get here? thankfully to a modern technology it is easier saying no. You can have a mentor from any part of the world. But samukodia chise we akwaji sikedro na we yes. That is why you stay wherever tokro na wushemu na wusu no ihiano. Because of that mindset, ubeshemu sa. But okase Osei Kwame Despite started from tabletop, now he's here. How am I going? I want to get there. I want to craft a path to get there. What can I do? I want to learn. What can I do? 2 or 3 years ago, Mebra Accra Technical University, Nana Meye, this inspirational conversation. And there was a young woman, Okache, said she wanted to start a podcast. But first, now person radio, and I'm saying start a podcast. It will give you that confidence near there. Reach out to people, interview them on your podcast. Or media minims metimiya. And I'm saying you've already conquered yourself. So would you wouldn't name so betimiya? Then you expect to go to a radio station. What do you think? What sense are you given? You see, this is entrepreneurship versus working for somebody. This is her starting it, and maybe you shall say by this time, Anka, why expand to work for her versus getting up and going to work for somebody else at the radio station in Ghana. So we need to be able to push ourselves forward, motivate ourselves, speak to ourselves in the positive. I
think minim say entity na said only few no mutimi ye we be but the brain no intimi and your research ye pebisa ye very rely on we na say na be possible we say possible sasa na can say and nipa ba kwa born this or package gari and uncle bu na bemi yet na foreigners na ba no more package gari na mai ni nkati afra anyway afra no more ton mai and yedi no ye on advert.
I will take that back into our colonial education and colonial history.
Yes. Foreigner.
Yes. Because ya didn't say, remember, so who call your friend and say, Obroni koko machi, then. Oh, sorry, now who you brony as I watch in Wahunyame. That is brainwashing. We've been so much brainwashed. Into young education, we need to decolonize it. Because sabio abansuru a ewo ho enye broni na be kire Ghana sani esi abansuru. Wo mo baaye no na santimem abansuru sisi ho. The streets were lined up, clean. Swati ase. But rather, no, they know how to tell stories very well, and they understood psychology, and they understood the power of storytelling and psychology. Ena wamu fi hono, wamu di achayen, se mumfa. Eni yansu, yefu ya dwene no, enyune enkomu ye. Eni yansu ye bre ye huase.
Yanchi also Canada. Issue ni there and ye gusu na ye preachy biwa ebi mutie ebi mu so change a mindset ni ade me say how my car stress me say guy me Charlie enye easy me wanna just 2 days of training a guy me o screenshot video short clip me am interview ni bi me ne US lawyer bako lawyer ba mi chia on no fan okay I mean be back and guy ni try the short video no and on send him say nyame and I'm say what's up no say I need the US lawyers contact on rangasa owi epo no osre or send the video no man the short video no send you lawyer ne flyer that so and in the contact na manyina that so but what's up me hope you ebisa me say and I say boss, but I'm correct, boss. But
The
the lawyer in
information is
contact
right there.
today, the lawyer in contact on the flyer on the video. I see, oh, oh no, that's all straight up. See, but you services so basic things, sir. You pay attention to.
You are very right.
I don't understand. Some
But-
basic petty things.
Because we're not paying attention and thinking. Asama wake wahu. Ese subaina na efano siya du kroma. Mimi subaina is a little bit different, and I've come to accept it and I've come to acknowledge it. And your friend is saying, "Munyanum mema nebeka se masemodne, but me masemunyadne." The only thing is that I tend to ask a lot of questions because I need to get to the bottom of it. I need to understand where you're coming from, whether it makes sense or it doesn't make sense. I did and yes, I'll catch it is the truth. No. I need to understand, where are you coming from? Because I may come from a different angle. You will come from a different angle. The next person is going to come from a different angle. So I need to understand where you're coming from. Now, I don't paint everybody with one brush. No. Yes, I ask a lot of questions and I dig. I am for M-Pesa. But that is also how I'm able to get through to people. It's you primarily need communication skills. And those are soft skills. And you're talking communication. You can be able to explain it into the nitty-gritty for them to understand. Not interested nipa na Jimmy, but it's because the person does not understand. Yeah, no, yeah, that is it. And we don't take the time to analyze. We are reaction. Yeah, reacting. We react a lot.
Oh, Nanaya. Semina ho kanene. Me catch your mom with me debia and say, Obi ka bibia, and pen time say, ope say, officer ope responding. Obi can the story, be a can baby. You more on tier, I didn't put you quick or tier one of us all responding.
It's so funny. Your friend is saying a webinar be me creative for nurses. It's soft skills. Listening is part of the soft skills. Being able to be quiet and listen. Interview be omubisa Nelson Mandela. Bebia Oshia ne say your friend is saying ni leadership ni adie no. Say no your lawyer. But ne papa no ne papa your hene. Or say impemfo ni hia no wo motena ase a ne papa imbie na no enkasa. Obia kasa wie a ansa na ne papa akasa. And do you know why? Because each individual will let you know ni akwaso woni trim ni ada na koma so na omo nyina de gu ho wie a na kire say ye kan na won so no o process na wo analyze it. By the time obi abe wie no, then you have crafted an answer to answer everybody and resolve an issue.
Wow. I see deep
skills.
Yeah, but so yeah, can't other way. Yamra back to field. Okoye 27 years ni nkofo bebre but see Canada mo bie mu doors, mo bie mu way Ghana for abegum, other Africans abegum, other foreigners abegum. See ya tete mo a choke or how choke ni ade. And then as some of Canada see looking at the time Okoye see no. And then as some then
the cost of living is very high because inflation went high. For those that mobile real estate market no matter dino housing prices have gone way beyond in Crawford. Juma hu ayedne kakra, depending on what you're looking at. Most especially for new immigrants and youth, it's about 6-point-something% unemployment rate. We tend to have a very low unemployment rate, which was about 1-point-something or say 2-point-something%. But there was an influx of visitors, students, and India for bebre titu. Inti and only cause a lot of pressure on your healthcare system, on housing. So it wasn't an easy feat. It wasn't an easy feat. Miamamu ayedne pa ewaha. Isebio tete no obeka se okoye grocery a wo cart no $67 ayema. Say no $200 so say amekoye grocery kakra bi me cut $230. Wo hwe so enye aduane bia, enye nam bia, enye bibia.
I don't know how to so about countryside.
Very good question. Because me pasumdwe. Yes, me pe asumdwe. I'm not really baby ani eteno na mikita mo franketwa. The lifestyle was not a lifestyle I wanted them to grow in it, and they also did not like the area because me mano they are homebodies, so more share them my own pie. Now for 4 back one I say me one be bopuna no pie ma bontene chira wo besra no. So yes, so when I bought the house in the countryside, it's because of the kind of vision I had for them growing up. Middle class, said you with nurses, and we fall into middle class. So I wanted them to have pride of home ownership. Say, I am coming from a home, not an apartment building. They are seeing something different. For instance, this summer we had summer activities from Niagara Falls, picnics to show them a different side of the country of Canada, of living. The say udu broni kromono broni edena na oye to number one achieve wealth, to be happy, to be satisfied. Ne hun kroneba suya papa na womono na apply it to yourself. Bonino ja sanso na Ghana no wo analyze na hwa ne ye papa no fa na ne enye no ja. It's the choices you make and the decisions you make.
Wow. And I'm probably no bon say you di free echi government be my apartment government be my bon say na say community be baby a notorious bad boys ni ade go na yakoma dine wo ho ni ade na also your family person na ma wo ho na shootings be cause na we are stabbing cause those kind places na drugs say cause ni ade na your man na ade environment consider side and raising kids environment na
I highly doubt it.
Housing benefits in a government better, but we don't care. Say idea we meet for some time. A bit me me they say me, but me man na warm me titi omo school muko gang and as we just money na.
I don't think, we had this discussion earlier. The group of people you come into you with, have that impact on you.
She has a plan, a secret mission filled by gratitude and affection. She chooses her mother's favorite breakfast, Delight Foods, House Sakoko, a harmonious blend of flavors crafted with care and devotion. The taste of tradition and comfort. In that moment, their connection deepens, a bond strengthened by a shared experience. Delight Foods House of Cocoa. A delicious breakfast made with care and love in just 2 minutes.
And the decisions that you make. There is nothing free. What Edikanfono Antiasian say, ma that place, you know, now would $50, $100, $200 a year rent geared to rent income or geared to income and answer whatever the terminology is now. Who said a lot of people who are in a poverty situation are going to live there. And within poverty also is a lot of things that happen. And all those things you've stated. There is nothing free. Say abaino ede mau. Now we share bebreni ye be before. Before Ghana for Alata for Cameroon for South Africa. Sudan, Somalia, Ethiopia, Eritrea. Now, majority of mu any Spanish for na mugusa area numwa. What is it telling you? If you don't get out of the area, no, I mean, uka se wo kwa juma o taxes beko soro. Kwa she juma se. No, enu na ebe mo sa freedom. Ama wo credit yi akosoro na wo se ukwa akope mortgage. Why your friend say ya mausa mortgage no unya kakra o de beto ase then now why then now what de ko but say wotna se ye mausa nti wo de wonya adwuma no ye busum bia ye disika ne ba wo woni e ma baby bonus ne ade a baby a wotena kwa na obetimi atena, and that is also control. Abiding control movement, what you can do and what you cannot do. It is not free. They think it's free. Beyond it, you know, the agenda is not free. It is not free. What can you do for yourself? Absolutely nothing. You can absolutely do nothing. You get stuck. Wama edika wama wamo eba kroma wamo system na see wamo how to no. Obi wa okita 4 properties, okita 5 properties. Net worth is higher. Say wamo mudi achiba, and they understand the real estate market even more than wamo parents did as a vehicle of investment. When I started investment, I'll tell you this for free. Into Obia Otie or Canada and I say Otie or your friend is say US and I say, you know. And this is free information. When I started I Googled how do Sebio Esidena Abrofo Esika Fuono Inyesika. Google information bebre savings, investment, real estate, life insurance, say. Information no. And now uko YouTube so information, University of YouTube, information no. It is the same principles of a financial Ghana na Uber drivers medema warm. Was sister yenke where the minimo. Me say unya 100 cedis. Would you for 1/10 of it, which is 10 cedis first year. 90 cedis, you know. Come what may, you will survive on it. Now 10, no, at the end of the week, you know, uya 5 cry and 50. Uya 4 weeks in a month, and 200. Now, by the end of the year, and that is your emergency fund because bibi tuwa obwafo ni babia. So what me weni now the sa practice uti Ghana na 5 cedis ekura na udi tu susu all a year. Udi koto asase wo ukroma. It is called real estate investment. Land purchase. Real estate in ya womunku a womasisi adaya kesiye wo airport residential area ni ade. Buying that land we krasi anase beyond we krasi according to your pocket in your real estate. Utimisi atakwame chamber hall na udi rent kra. It is real estate. That is your foot into real estate investment. In the American say it is possible, but it will take time. And yes, I make us me person me yentina aye. Mahumbre 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, and then work towards that goal. And that's all I'm preaching.
Wow.
Because God has given us everything we need as human beings. God has opened the doors for us. And you suffer bumpire mommy in the best it will not. Send your prayers directly to God and utilize what God has gifted you. Also, for is not greater than you. God has gifted each one of us. Hallelujah.
Matthias, yeah, mami. Oh, amen. Me yeah. Asofo asem de oka bebria, manfo bedwa na manfo bedwa lie ntimi si. Oka see you. Mekai me ni odi share ba be program okay. No no ka religion ya dem say enye bi mu de. Yeah, but sometimes the reality no ya moment yeah bi mu mpe no kre no.
The truth is bitter. The truth is bitter. And it's lack of knowledge. It is lack of knowledge. Because no Bible never honey penny shim. But we don't even know the history of the Bible, how it came together, what the original Bible is, what all the stories in the Bible, Bible. It has a longer history than the stories in the Bible.
Yeah, another time some topics, but I'm sure mama basisia final words be obekache mama be room sisia ebisi o ebaye ebia sika obeka so obeko school engineer go school no we different course or page maybe aye kakra ni ade epesika obi be room sisia na then na okache with your experience then na obekache no bebre na so be go Toronto and na Toronto no so I choke yes mo hwehwe outside bi na monko take risk.
Southwestern Ontario no I choked. Waba, Obano, you have to make sure, say, you are ready to face the hassle. It be the visitors permit nearby. Without understanding, say, visitors permit no udu kromha untimi infa inyejuma. Ukoji refugee claim nswa. Well, and only a different path. Yebeshishim. Yeshishim na ye feel say enye year. How many years krana? The border Canada Border Services Agency. Womunsa shoma womodo obeko fie. Aya na minim enkomobo a ye ne nkrofo ebo wo fie ntia na womoba. Minim said womo pese womo so womo try, which is okay. But nyameka ne say sa wo ba per skills trade. Where's your carpenter? It Ghana. Where's your plumber? It Ghana. Where's your welding? It Ghana. Per skills trade. Now, so who apply? No, who apply under the skills trade in the dia. It was a crassy beer. And your wobano, a crassy one here in Crawford, one young Crawford mukita skills to add to the economy. A different story. But so, what sorry awaba? Na minimobia ne ho fa no sesi because okita visitors what do you mean fanya adwuma we ya sanso so a efa na wo share downtown even Brantford downtown before na mo abo afa mutim minia bema we fi krom weja wo car weja wo yire weja wo ma weja wo fie weja wo high level paying adwuma wa ba Canada abeyo obi akoa adwuma kura wunya bi nye na afedi your life na ya abeya obasa aduane kura wunya bi ni me nua bema edne but it is what it is. And a story. I don't know what the future holds for him if he keeps holding on. And yes, obi abesua me so. Or no so the visitors buy our sister Najune. For me, no, na minim so oba abesua me so 2 weeks in a babe da ne boso me ni achiri. That was not the agreement. Inti me ka chire nipa ne so mpe baby nko. Because me 2 weeks. You know what? Because a cromont me bet no biso. Me a single mother with 2 children. Me ye friend is a mutual mortgage, mutual insurance, me share me ma. Ain't it? What's babek a coming one? Naturally, say you are adding extra, which I have not budgeted for. I mean, no one needs uncommon. It is that my mentality now. I say, Ghana, bet me a sorry, I share will be so no. No, it doesn't work that way. Even if I have a spare room, it will be basement now. And should I say, ubet me occupy ho. It means that when you occupy, me electricity cost, me hydro so ya de cost, me gas cost, bibia cost, me duano so cost. It's a extra digging into my pocket. And it's not only my pocket, it's digging into my children.
So bibia planning, since I mean so what planning, what idea what planning on
Pepe.
What budget on boy family say na okay. But okay about single mother single adoso I dey na mamutimi jai sa I am be say me ti ase.
There be bueno enye say ai be me na o person me boss ankom we and ye I'll just make it short. Me money papa fi mo.
Oh, and yes, so
it's a different story. And I me be worry wo fie.
Ube worry wo fie.
Me be worry wo fie. That's the sorriest mistake I made.
Hey, and your mentie, and also the experience is different. Ube worry be wo fie. Now nim ne da na obi na link ne ma wa na sa ube shia no Ghana keke.
Link.
Hey, I see.
Yes.
Wow. Yeah, ben.
2 years ago.
Oh, and I said 2 years ago.
Oh, yeah, last 5 months.
Ube worry 2 years ago. And only back Canada.
No, absolutely not. Me worry 2 years ago. Your friends was it March 13th? By August no near Jai.
Adeng.
Sanya near Kano, our mindset, our attitudes, our behaviors. Meno make it a different kind of mindset and I like to ask questions and I like to but nyame hune say obi wo hɔ na ompesa ukobisa na asem kakra bi a no wadwa otimi dwa na afa dia ufafo ufre na omua ena me hu se oni obi so ekasa na otimi ka kire o se ono de woya ade a okrani besin sha gunwo obu. You understand that language?
Yeah.
That is a red flag. That is a red flag. So there was a lot of red flags, especially in communication. And I realized the person is a narcissist or person the control. You want to be and control or the communication is what is controlling you. But in every long distance relationship, communication is key because mintigana and I won't want to have. Now you mitigana krana tembia we need to talk. We need to figure out what is going on. Oneme yaka wo fie na mekra de minim mienti ayaka because you could be some asem na say it's not my business. Wa when it ayi. Asem na mfa me ho. I don't
Canada now on Ghana na oba down na mo worry and so na plan here then say because a long distance say in future be no so be joining wo Canada na say oba betina Ghana. Plan ahead na plan here because long distance nye adwuma sa.
In future no see you na ya bad time in future no for emofra ni ye no obeba na kire say emofra ni gina wo mo na so na ye nso ya ye den ye gya wo mo wa ha na ya ba fie
Inti, that was my understanding. Inti when na yes say bi o me pe be ma bi ama na hwe me ana say bibisa. Na ye more of companionship
Okay.
and a partnership.
Okay.
Aha.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
But sanya ma when na nya ade amokasa che ansa na mo be ware ya na mo ware wie na
ye kan. Na yes a sheep a wolf in sheep's clothing. Me catch them and say wasesa. Ye ware wie and me catch them and say wasesa. Na say ni pay in na ese me pay anka me catch them and say there be. Into on check no.
Wow.
Yes. So Obiane in a journey, but it really did teach me a lot about relationships, narcissist relationships. Obianti Asiampacho go Google narcissist individuals. A bema list of what characteristics in the idea. And if you are in such a relationship now, it is a purely unhealthy relationship. It is very unhealthy.
Wow.
Yes.
Per the oka this year, so what plan say be our retirement no betina fie won.
Yes. And me to me oman kakra say mo fra ne college na wo mo wie college na wo mo ye wo mo adwuma ne ade na me ja aha.
Enti make it our point so then why a project we ofia na say o prepare with chi o ye bibi ofia sin unim say
Ma sha here in kakra. But the main focus no eye emofra no e wa hanom. Enti after womo aye after womo no natural say full them my share fie dia natural say my ba. And if you know, I often do programs, literary programs with emofra any idea teaching storytelling. So that is what I may take up back as entertainment.
Oh, that's so good. But okay, say poppy in fie there. I don't know when decided so about na fie.
Mono osi obe fie anke wewu amanaka ne nkasa inti aha no mo wa mo hwe no inti ono so ne decision ne.
Hey, asemo. Hey, abroche for ni Ghana. I was in Ghana they have Ghana about health system no. Yenim challenge no ba kono your health system in there. A challenge say me can am obi adia your problem with your health.
You know what?
Ghana say who sika dia only problem with the health.
DJ Nyame. Let's come to a Ghanaian healthcare system and an African healthcare system later, because I have issues with education, attitudes, behaviors of doctors, nurses, and AE. What you're compounded to the problems. Problems, NSSA, yeah, problems, we compound to it. Obintia Samasino Bisakra, Sanya Yanini Pakasa, yet nipa. That is not professional.
Me no beba ne ya be another topics ya be treat we mu nyina say ya kasa che into them ye hold we no we who profile kakra ne a bit of advice I'll bring you again. We talk about other matters. Your problems in the doorso and especially in Ghana no any hospitals and your customer service will be there we are poor.
Yes, we will have conversations about all those things.
Your problem. Yes. When you made say na ya your boy made is about me show so straight from Canada. Who more person who share on social media handles obetimi aka na you could follow ni ade made say about me show so mesande wa ba bi made say
yo mo hwehwe me a me wo LinkedIn at Nanaya Yeboah or Philjo Multimedia. Me wo Instagram Nanaya Yeboah show. Your friend is saying Facebook and so Nanaya Yeboah show. And one Facebook page ya Nanaya Yeboah show. Me personal Philjo Multimedia. It was Facebook. And as I said, just Google Nanaya Yeboah and whatever you see about me, is there. It's on Google. Yes, into Google Nanaya Yeboah, ubehumi.
Oko Facebook now ko sorry, oko YouTube now ko hu na ya bua. Ebe chiro na ya bua a comedian no wa santimem ne first.
And if a BB can wear, so yeah, one of the BB account.
It's a podcast.
Yeah, editing enough of BB count, and I boy, be as a Canada, and as a BB.
Yeah, no, YEBOAA. Need the AH. That's the difference. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, boy.
Okay. Yes. Who more person uchi omo? Ade san o na minja.
Oh, Michia, my sister Penny, Mrs. Christina, Ama, and Mama Christy. Michia, your friend is say, me mate a many omuko school from Holy Child, Christina Tete. Oh my goodness. Mebushia for hey, me hene, akwamufie hene. Nana Kwafu Akoto, the third, I believe he's the third. Nana Kwafu Akoto, the third or the second, yes, Bernard. And yeah, that's it. Kingsley Odei Minta, Minya Bakope Aka Ene, your friends, Mechiriba John Poku.
Nice one, and I boy, me da say, Mesa no about another time. So nyam running back as our daily also worldwide. So the only internet, how you see the OT any experience, any advice, ufe be a bebo, and enti, may pray and won't say respond. Me kadebia. Obi wo onti ade nipa ne kan na no appetite onti o so nim basic things be get it, listen more. Yes you ade so no so kan sem bebre tie bia e be boa research kan research anya big word bia wan kasa trans na hwehwem enya me bia oba hwehwe be boa internet no YouTube or Google or but you see any possible no be able abem as I am be discourage you if we are there we now take your time, watch, read about it, you research about it, what is so big can you say we get that info ni na bet me move on. Madam I say some of your Madam production team as DJ Click Sharon and Atina. Obesoba me show no so be my numbers the good screen so I'll show you see I'll be to me WhatsApp me and as I send me voice note. Share mo kuma ka say 2. Na ma jesu 2 makramo.
Funding wallets on TapTapSend. Step 1. Click on Create Ghana Cedi Wallets below when you open the app. Step 2. Enter amount of your choice in Ghana Cedis. Step 3. Click on the Confirm and Fund wallet below to confirm. Step 4. Your wallet has been successfully funded. Step 5. Enter amount of your choice in Ghana Cedis. Step 6. Select or add new recipient. Step 7. Choose wallet as payment method. Step 8. Click on the Pay with Wallet below to confirm. Step 9. Your transaction is successful.
Living in Ghana, abroad, a first-timer visiting Ghana, or a company wondering where to get quality service providers in Ghana for any job, then Ejumapa On Demand Services is here to assist you. Ejumapa On Demand Services connect requesters and service providers such as masons, plumbers, electricians, auto repairers, home and office cleaners, trash collectors, rent agents, spa attendants, roofers, beauticians, teachers, CCTV installers, and all artisans on one platform. Yes, one platform. Trust Ejumapa On Demand Services to sort you out any day, anywhere, and at any time. To download the app, please visit the App Store and Play Store or visit our website www.ejumapa.com.